Alrighty. Well, we got exactly 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today is nine-ball competition. Feeling a little bit more comfortable. Nerves are starting to set in. But, work through it. So we'll get some practice in, get warmed up, beat some balls around, maybe run some drills. Kind of get a feel for everything. Try to stay doing things and a little bit every day, Get warmed up a little bit. See what we can do today. See if we can't dial the eyes in. I didn't end up going out last night. I ended up staying in. After running around all day and doing what I had to do yesterday, I just kind of called it a day. So no actual competition yesterday. That's alright. It's Saturday. We can go out tonight maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I did do some tinkering. I don't know if the color looks any better, but I messed with the color correction. Added in a custom LUT and a couple other things, but trying to get the colors to stand out is not an easy task. It's real hard to tell the difference between, say the 1 and the 9 ball. And even the 3 and the 5 ball, being on the red and orange spectrums, not easy to get those sorted. So tried a little bit. I don't know if it looks any better now, but we'll find out when I watch back through the recording and post it to YouTube or what have you. Trying to get those so they look a little bit more distinct on the camera, which is going to be important if I plan on collecting any kind of useful data, which will be a little bit down the road, but I got to start thinking about that here pretty quick. Actually, I got 2 weeks. 2 weeks before the tournament, and then I'm going to have to really buckle down and fix. Just a little bit extra spin, didn't account for it. Just a little bit of spin and I didn't account for it. Right in the way. It's a good spot for a 2-3 or a 3-2 combo, but can't get to it. So walk our way around the board and see if we can't get to it at a different angle, like that angle. Nope, can't see it. See if we can't put some spin on this 5 and get down there for it. There we go. That's a little better. Let's see. Got under the ball. I wanted to get backspin on that, but I got under it. Too low. Backspin than that. Get a little straighter on the 9 so I can just natural English out with the 8. But that's alright. We'll go all the way around the table. Alright. Not feeling too bad. A little bit of a calculations there, but that's alright. It's to be expected. First rack of the day. Normally the shot would be a 7 on the side, but with the way that these pockets are, it's just going to throw it back at me. So we'll take the 9, play a little safer. Work our way around and see if we can't clean up this end of the table a little bit. There, just tied everything up. 6 goes. If you look at it right. Didn't look at it right. by a pillar again? Yes. Pull it out. Nope, off by a foot. Off by a foot. Unreal. Don't leave it easy after that either, right? At least I'm getting my speed back. Accuracy's off by about 2 inches. Off by a bit. Second rack of the day. It loosened up a little bit, get a little limber. Feel for everything's playing today. I run a few racks of this, a couple racks of 9-ball. Maybe run some drills. Other than that, table time. That's all that matters. Just getting there, trying to find that consistency, and yeah. That's better. Much better. Much better. Yeah, I'm right on it. I was hoping that would be a stopper, but I was hoping to see the 12-ball. Can't see it. Making a 14 is just making a 14, but after that, there's really no telling. The way that I'm sitting on a 2-ball, not able to put a whole lot of spin on it. A little bit of top. Rattle it, because why not? Because why not? Too far down on any of that to see the 2, 4, or 3. 1. Take the 7 though. Stop. You gotta hit it. Shooting around the floor over here. Never mind. obstacles. It's improving your game, I guarantee it. It's improving my aggravation, irritation. Can't land in that spot, which is not easy to do when you're needing to be in that spot. Rattled it. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. takes. Just a little bit. No draw whatsoever. What in the world is wrong with my stroke today? There it went. I'm stroking. That's what's wrong with the stroke today. Yeah, I gotta stroke it in order to have a stroke. That wasn't even lined up. We're getting there already. That's not good. Really? About ready to do away with this piece of paper too. Stop. Beautiful shot. Let's see if the pillar's in the way. Nope, just out. Perfect. Heh. Bit harder, I suppose. Might be a short stream today. Might be a real short stream today. Get past it. Come on. Short stream for sure. Obstacles every single time I turn around. It's going to be one of those infuriating days. It's going to be an infuriating day, which is not good. It's not good at all. I guess we're going to go into some drills a little bit sooner than expected today because trying to avoid obstacles is just going to piss me off. Not being able to run out an entire rack is going to piss me off. And this stupid ass dot is enough to piss me off at this point. Supposed to save the felt with that piece of paper, sticker, whatever you want to call it, but it seems as though the more you put a ball on it, the more it divots. Everything is sending over to that corner today. Everything. That's 3 racks in a row where it's just a cluster down in this corner. Gonna get to the 3 from there. No draw. It right on it. Worry about this stupid obstacle behind me here, and this long rail or the short rail. Don't want to sit on it, but then you don't want to shoot it from the other side either. It's a proper way of reading the table, and that's not it. Now it leaves me pulling 3 rails to get back down to where I am right now. And that's if I can make it in this corner that hates me. Yep, didn't think so. Didn't think so. Once I got back down on the 9. Enough. Good enough. Good enough for running, trying to run out of rack at least. Oh, what are we gonna do? I don't even know. I don't even know. Get some bank shots in, so we can warm up on those a little bit. See if we can't just loosen up a touch, eh? That'd be nice. Right speed or wrong angle. far. What's going on, Mike? Am I better? I don't know. I can't really tell right this second. Today, not really. Yesterday I was feeling alright. Today I'm feeling kind of, I don't know, a little tense maybe? I don't know. We'll push through it a little bit. See how we feel after it all. Yeah, I should probably smoke one. I haven't smoked anything today. Of course, I haven't smoked anything since Wednesday, so. Off by a mile. I wasn't even off by a little bit. That was off by a lot of bit. Yeah, it's not too bad. I did sweep down the table yesterday, so it's reacting a little bit funny for me, but I think a lot of it is just me. Man, yeah, off by about an inch. I should have dropped straight in the hole, not 3 rails before it dropped. I did not call all those rails, I'm sorry. Or those. Yeah. This is probably the most fun drill that I know. Basically, you use all these balls to make whatever ball stops here. You got to stop between this diamond and this diamond with the next object ball. And then basically use either corner pocket down there. Definitely work on your speed and your stroke and your stop shots and your follow shots and, you know, stun shots. So it's not an easy drill to run, but out of all the drills that I do run, that's probably the best one for seeing how you're feeling and kind of dialing in, you know. That's the last one, 'cause why not? But yeah, it's a pretty good drill for figuring out your speed and all that stuff. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I do enjoy that drill. Probably run that a few more times just to get a feel for it. I'll probably end up going out tonight. Shoot up at the bar and play some actual competition, play some active people. You know, get out of the house, I guess. Pretend like I'm, you know, part of society or something. get out and shoot some pool and hopefully have some decent competition and drag some of the league guys out of the house and go out and shoot some real matches. I gotta get my belly box set up and get that all connected so then it's, you know, I'm gonna be able to go out and kind of stream some of the bar life, I guess. I don't know. They don't get too crazy up there ever since he redid it. It's a pretty lax crowd. You know, kicked out all the riffraff, which were all the pool shooters, so it's not as much fun for me anymore. Back when the riffraff was there, it was a lot of fun when there was riffraff going about. I'll tell you what. Yeah, well, I got the 2 Jetson Nanos, and realistically, I don't even have to set up belly box. I just gotta steal his Wi-Fi password, which I'm certain he'd give to me, no problem. And then link it into my desktop here. And get the desktop linked up, and then should be able to just stream it, right? I mean, I don't see what would be too much of a problem there. Did this completely wrong. Completely wrong. Yeah, I'd gotten it set up and then never actually used it. I was going to use it on a fishing trip that I went on last fall, 2022 fall, not 2023 fall. Off. Talking in the middle of my backstroke. So yeah, I was going to go on a fishing trip. Went on a fishing trip. 2022 fall of 2022 was going to use the belly box rig to, you know, stream out in the river and whatnot. You know, why not? I mean, figured it would have been a fun thing to stream, and honestly, it would have been a riot to have streamed it because some of that was pretty fun, and but I don't know. I had some problems with the service providers. They wanted to be clowns, so I had to scrap that idea. So I had the rig with me, but by the time it was all said and done, nothing was actually patched into the desktop or anything, so it wouldn't have been a stream anyways. But I would like to get it set up for league. We got some cool teams on the league. They wouldn't have a problem with it. There's one lady, she actually streams to I don't know if she streams or if she just records. I think she just records and then posts on YouTube. Oh, come on. Only balls? Yeah, that'd be kind of funny. It's like the only feet. Only only balls, only feet. Of course, I don't know. You get somebody like Pez in there, next thing you know, you got ball sacks blinging around and shit. Like, I don't know if I want to deal with that. I don't know. I figured it'd be fun. Stream the league stuff, just because it's a different atmosphere. You know, I mean, it's still people shooting pool, but a little bit more tension, a little bit more. I don't know. I can't even say that because some of them are just avid drinkers. So you know, but definitely the older crowd. We got some young shooters on the team or on the league, but not a whole lot. You know. There was only a couple of them that are in their 20s, and then everybody else is pretty much 40s, 50s, and 60s. A bunch of retired people on a Wednesday night, you know, so too much. Damn it. So yeah, as far as getting better goes, it's just a matter of perspective at this point, I guess. Because from anybody on the outside that doesn't know how I shoot, yeah, I suck. But too much. Off. Yeah, I'll have to get out tonight and actually start playing some people. Play some of the locals. There's a few kids that go up there anymore that, I mean, they're not bad shots, but they're not exactly good shots either, so there's that aspect of it. But shooting against people is probably off. car started smoking. What in the world? What happened with your car? Why is it smoking? They only put 2 quarts in it? They put 2.5 quarts too many in it. My car. Fucking with my car says my dealer. Overfilled? Holy crap, yeah. Wow. Yeah, sorry. I didn't read all that, but yeah, holy crap. That's crazy. 2.5 quarts is a little extra pressure. Thank them for the added compression. Jeez, oh babes. When did you have them guys work on it? Hopefully not too long ago. Yesterday? Okay, cool. Yeah, you didn't drive the hell out of it and overpressurize the whole system and blow out a gasket. Yeah, that's crazy. Any of the people like that. That's why I don't have any people working on my stuff. I'll work on my own things. Really? That was too hard? Barely even touched it. Barely touched it. Too hard. Alright, we're going to be having these guys come back out. You guys that redid this table. It didn't change any of the rubber padding that goes on the corners of these things. They're still harder than rocks, if you didn't notice. Brand new felt and everything. The ball still, like, barely touched the ball and it just, nope, it'll just hit there and balls that should drop in. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're still having to do it your damn self. I mean, cool. You get what you pay for, I guess. You know? Oh, it's all free. Yep, it's all free. Until you realize that free didn't do you a damn bit of good, did it? Still got to do it anyways. Just do it myself and be done with it. Do it once, know that it was done right. Okay, whatever. Do it once, know it was done right, and move on with life. Yeah, it sucks that you got to do it yourself, but at least you got the peace of mind that it was done right, you know? And working out in a pile of snow, that's never any fun to begin with. You know, you set up a space heater to try to keep warm, and then you just melt all the snow. Now you're working in a lake. That was off by an inch. couple inches, whatever. I was off by 3 inches. Wrong angle entirely. Yeah, the trucks are nice when it comes to that, but and if you're driving a car, yeah. I try not to drive cars in the winter time. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. I just try not to, and I definitely don't work on them out in the driveway. That's something that'll get saved for the spring, summer. I probably swept up a whole lot of dust off this table already, so it's already gotten its use out of me. There was a whole bunch of dust on this table. I was surprised how much dust there was on this table. It was bad. Went through, swept it last night. Cleaned it up real good after I was messing around on it for a while. It seems to roll alright, but pockets are still, I mean, that one's just my aim, but when it hits the inside of the pocket and throws it completely back out, that ain't right, especially at a low speed. It tells me that something is probably wrong, but we'll deal with it. Just hit the center of the pocket instead. That way you can't do that and scratch, because it's not worry about the scratch when you're lining up on it. A little bit of left to put you in the pocket every time. A little bit of left English will put you in the pocket every time. That's one of those. I can never get left spin down at the right speed to keep me out of the pocket with the cue ball after making the shot. I can make the shot, but I always end up ends up scratching, and that's not winning. That's losing. Get off the rail. And it'll be nice to go out and do other obstacles rather than the ones that I've been dealing with lately, like that pillar right there and that pillar and that. I don't even know what that is. I couldn't tell you. But I go out and deal with a jukebox in the corner and tables and people and things that move. You can move a table. You can move a. Now you can't really move the jukebox, but that's just kind of one of those things that don't end up right in this corner pocket, like in this area on the one corner of the table, and you'll be fine. Because that's where the jukebox is. But people move, tables move, and that's really the only obstacle, so it's not too bad. But it'd be nice to get away from these obstacles for a minute, just to calm it down a touch and play on a different speed table. Like he's got felt on that table that should be on probably a snooker table, if nothing else, a 9-foot table. It's so fast. It's stupid fast. It makes this one look slow, and this one's fast as hell. So, and brand new. So, like his is probably a year old, and still slicker and nice, which is a good to change it up. I found out that they're not going to be refelting any of the tables for the tournament, so that's not happening. So I said, all right, well that's cool. And then I still don't know if it's a 1-day or a 2-day event. It might be a Saturday-Sunday thing. It might just be a Saturday morning till late night Saturday ordeal. So I got to talk to him on that, find out exactly exactly what's going on with that. Because if it's going to be a 2-day event, I'm just going to get a hotel room. I don't even care. I'm not driving an hour and a half one way to try to get there, shoot, be tired after it all, you know, be there for a few hours, be tired, and then have to drive an hour and a half back that night to have to turn around and drive back an hour and a half the next morning. Seems kind of silly, so I got to talk to him on that. Not where I wanted to be. Not where I wanted to be at all. I can't see it. Yeah, I was, well, I had to talk to him because one of the bars that we played at 2 weeks ago, they had a 6-footer, and then they had a 5.5-footer. Now this is a 6-footer. A 5.5-footer, the end of it is right here. The width of it is, you know, right here. So you're talking a significantly smaller table. And I talked to him. I said, "What the hell is this about?" You know, I said, "Why am I playing on 2 different size tables for 9-ball and 8-ball?" And he said, "Well, it's at the bar's discretion as to what tables they use." And they're the same tables from the bar that dropped and a new bar picked up. So, so as far as that goes, it was, you know, they just took what they had. But he said, "Yeah, we can't do anything about it." I said, "Well, then we shouldn't be shooting on it. They should all be the same size." Because we were playing at an actual billiards hall as well, and they had 8-foot tables. And then you were playing on a 6-foot, and then you go to the billiards hall, and you'd be playing on an 8-foot. You know, so it's like there was no consistency whatsoever. And of course, the home team had the advantage. That was off. Sit here and talk in the middle of a backstroke. But yeah, so they got dropped entirely. Yeah, well, you don't fit 8-foot tables in bars, dude. 6-foot tables go in bars. But the pool hall, yeah, all they had was 8-foot. That's all they have. And I was actually thinking about going up there and shooting up there tomorrow. Sunday they got a pretty good turnout that shows up there just to shoot. So I was kind of surprised. It had died for a while. Like nobody was up there shooting pool for the longest time. And then I don't know what happened. I don't know quite what happened, but now all of a sudden it's roaring again. So there's a bunch of people on the tables, which is awesome. Yeah, well, we don't have quote-unquote good bars, man. Come on, man. I mean, the closest thing we got to a good bar is probably where I'll be going tonight, and that's only because he rebuilt it from the ground up and took 3 years rebuilding it. And even then, it's still, you know, I mean, his basement's probably bigger than the bar. Don't go. Just don't go at all. Just rattle. Just rattle. Yeah, the 9-footers are all kinds of heavy. And if you see Dave, tell him I was wrong. This is only a single piece slate. And I thought it was two. I thought it was split right there, but it's a single piece. But this corner right here, and like I said to Dave, was single piece slates. You're not moving without screwing it up because you got to set it down and you got to finagle it. But this corner right here on the inside lip has got a big old chunk missing out of it. Just a big old gouge missing out of it. I mean, it doesn't affect gameplay because it's past where the rail is. But, you know, like the ball hits the rail prior to hitting where the gouge is. But somebody set this corner down and didn't do it nicely. And she broke. But that was the only problem I seen with it when the felt was off. And yeah, 9-foot tables, you gotta have room to be able to walk around it. I mean, I could probably fit a 9-foot in here, but this support pillar that's right underneath where the camera is, that the camera's hooked to, that's 2 feet. It's literally from there to here. From the edge of the cushion to the pillar. So there's room over on that wall over there to move it all over, but the there's a bar rail over there. And then of course I'd have to do something about the lighting, which isn't centered to begin with. Oh, you got a single piece slate? Holy cow. Yeah. Yeah, that's not easy. That's not easy at all. The only 9-foots that I've dealt with were 2-piece. And even then, heavier than hell. You know, and then gluing them together. Pillar right in the way. Yeah, aggravation. Only a little bit. Aggravation, only a little bit. Yeah, side pockets on this table are impossible today. My long rails are off. Oh, it's an old AMF? Oh man, that's gotta be a nice table though. You know, as much of a pain in the ass it is to finagle and move around, it's still gotta be a nice table. Oh yeah, yeah, that's what they're good for. And most people that got the space for it, which is great, but then they never use it. It just turns into a laundry table or something, you know, a folding table. Because man, it's nice having a big old workbench like this, ain't it? Big old 9-foot workbench. Yeah. One of my friends has got a bar box in his garage, which is hilarious. And it's just a workbench. There's a big old oil stain right here when he changed the oil on I don't know what it was, a snowblower or something. So he put it up here and drained the oil right here on the table. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You're killing me. Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, what are you doing, man? He's like, yeah, it's a piece of crap. I don't care. And I'm like, well, then why do you have it? Yeah, so I got a workbench. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. He uses the pool table as a workbench. Then I go over there one day and he's got it all cleared off and he's, come on, let's shoot a game. And I'm like, what? Huh? You got an oil slick over here on the corner. You got 3 beer stains along the rail here. The thing's coated in 6 inches of dust. And I don't know if you noticed this, but this side pocket right here, everything just kind of funnels into it because I think the slate's broke. And he's like, it's fine. I'm like, this is gonna make my game worse. I just can't. Maybe if I was, drunk and not giving a care in the world about anything, maybe. But generally, you play how you practice. If you practice for shit, on shit, you're gonna play terribly. Yeah, no, I mean, they're good investments, and you can probably get all of that back out of it right now, I mean, depending on the market. I don't know what the market looks like or who's looking for one, but you're not losing value, that's for sure. Definitely not losing any value on it. Here would have been ideal. Double kiss off that, didn't do me any favors. But that goes. Get the hell out of here. Just get out of here. This table makes no damn sense. Try to intentionally make something in the side pocket, it'll hit that side and bounce right out. But miss a shot and it'll just throw it right in there, right off the side. Same side cushion. Joke. Makes no sense. But I tell you what, after practicing on this pain in the ass of a table, going out and shooting on any other table is cakewalk. Because this thing is just so much of a pain to shoot on. It's not even funny. It's infuriating at times. Because you put all bottom on it. Didn't do anything. Hit a rail. That and pockets being the way that they are, how nothing drops, so you got to sit here and feather everything. And then you go out to another table, any other table, any table, and balls just drop left and right. There's none of this pocket rattle. You can cheat the pocket. There's none of that rattle nonsense going on. So, I don't know. Playing on a harder table and then going out and playing on other tables is pretty nice, I gotta say. So, if I do got one thing going for me with this tournament coming up, I keep practicing on this pain in the ass. gonna go to any other table that they've got set up, and it's gonna be a cakewalk. But you got your on days, you got your off days. It's like everything else. Like my long rails aren't even. My long rails are off by that much today. Still off. Unreal. These are brand new rails. So it ain't the rails, that's my aim. My aim is off by a solid inch or 2. That was about 2.5. Yeah, we used to have a, wow. Yeah, okay. Well, never mind then. Forget it. We had a pool hall that was down the street from my place, and the owner, see, now it goes. The owner of it, he passed away a couple of years ago, but all they had in there was 8 and 9s, and he actually upkept all of them, which was incredible. The billiards hall that's still open, I was talking on earlier, last time I was there, it felts were all worn and ripped and tattered and not maintained, which was kind of sad to see. I didn't like that. But with more people there shooting on garbage, they might actually, you know, take a weekend and refelt all of them, which would be cool. So I'm kind of curious as to when they plan on doing that. I got to talk to the owner. I haven't talked to him in a while, and see what his goals are and what his plans are. 'Cause they do all kinds of things over there. They got like a dance hall and crap. Yeah, people do, but generally when it's that kind of atmosphere, they stay on top of it and try to prevent that kind of crap. But when they get to the point where they've got rips and tears and shreds in them, you have to. You know, you got no choice. Nobody's going to shoot on complete trash, you know. I'll shoot on a worn felt, but I'm not going to shoot on something that's just threads, you know. That's just a surefire way of trying to piss yourself off. Get up, get up. Thank you. Yeah, and it is pricey, but the investment, if you got the crowd, you get your return, you know. about damn time I was able to run out an entire round without missing. That's taken entirely way too long to do. That has taken a long time to be able to do that. But yeah, I'm just clowning around today. Clowning around. Get some practice, beat some balls, try to get a feel for it. Like I said, I'll be going out tonight, that's for sure. Yesterday was just a pain of running around all day. Well, all afternoon, I should say. It wasn't really all day, it was the afternoon. And of course, you know, you expect everything to go smooth, and it never does. So that kind of turns into a fiasco. But either which way. And been watching the some of the snooker stuff that they got going on. I guess they got the Welsh Cup going on right now. So, yeah, the Welsh Cup is going on right now. Which has been really interesting to watch. I mean, even the amateurs that are in it are just phenomenal. Just absolutely incredible shots. Grape Jelly Cup, huh? No, the snooker tournament. I don't know if you watch snooker. I don't know all the rules to it, but I can tell you that it's a very demanding game. Mentally, physically. I mean, you got a 12-foot table by 6 foot wide. Yeah, the Welsh. I believe that's what it is right now. I don't know. I don't really follow snooker a whole lot, but it is entertaining to watch. It's just the amount of talent that it requires to. I mean, the pockets are barely wide enough to hold a ball. You know, they're literally a half-inch maybe on either side, and tight pockets. Like it's incredible. And 12-foot long, 6-foot wide tables, like it's a monstrosity. You're not even fitting that in this entire space. You're not going to fit that table. But it's definitely entertaining to watch. You know, they got a 12-foot javelin for a cue. You know. I mean, their bridge even has an extension, which is pretty bad, you know? Yeah, 2 weeks until the tournament, which is going to be pretty... That's hurt. It's going to be pretty intense, especially considering I'm going to be playing a lot of people from downtown. And downtown, they really know how to play defense downtown, let's just put it that way. So much so that they're not welcome in bars around these parts, because you start playing that downtown defense, it's like, get out of here. Get out of here. Just go away. Make your ball. Get out of here. Oh, missed it. Off by a bit. No, downtown does not play around. And boys down there are, and that's the majority of who's going to be there. Like, I'm going to be the only one coming from the sticks. And, whoops, missed that by a bit. Almost went. But yeah, I'm going to be like one of the only ones coming from the sticks to go to this tournament. And all the rest of it is going to be downtown buddies. And I'll tell you what. They came out here for City Cup. A lot of them, you know, the ones that won in their different divisions and whatnot. And it's all city based, you know. But they came out these parts for City Cups last year and the year before. And it was the year before that I was in City Cups for 8 and 9 ball for teams, which wasn't bad. And good grief, the skill level of these guys is completely underrated, number one. You know, I was playing 4s that were all day 5s and 6s, you know, at least a skill level or 2 above what they were ranked. And just getting my clock cleaned by these guys, which is, you know, humbling. I'll give you that. It's definitely humbling. But at the same time, it's like, holy cow. Yeah, there was actually one that almost did get ran over by the vet. Not intentionally, but, you know, I come around the corner and here he is, just trying to walk down the middle of the road. It's like, what are you doing, man? Would have been a hell of a speed bump, I'll tell you what. But no, the truck is still parked. It's still got a blown engine. I'm waiting for the weather to break, and then I got a quote from one of the local shops that rebuilds your engine, and I mean it's got a blown head gasket, I know for sure. But you know, as far as all the rest of it goes, it's got 257,000 on it right now. So it's probably about time that it got an overhaul and a rebuild. But I won't know anything about it until I crack into it. And I don't want them cracking into it at $4,000. You know. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that too. You know, I mean, I could pick up a crate engine for $3,500 for it, or so. And then, you know, just do a heart transplant. You know, just pull the one and drop the other. You know, and then I still got, you know, I'd have to return the core for, you know, a couple $100, or just keep the core and rebuild it, which is what I would do. Yeah, they wanted $4,000 just to start tearing into it, and then it's going to be more for this, that, the other, and I'm like, y'all are already setting me up to just bend me over a barrel, so no, I'll do it myself, thanks. You know, and it'll only be, you know, I think the gasket kit is $100, and I got it sitting on the shelf already, so it's, you know, it's just a matter of tearing into it, and I just don't know how deep I want to get into it, and I won't know. I just don't want to end up with the heads off of it and then pull it. You know, I'm half tempted to pull it before I pull the heads off of it, just because. But the headers are going to be, the exhaust manifold is going to be a nightmare all the way around. What happened here? Bit rate just drop out on me? Hello? Did my stream just die? Wow, where did my bit rate go? Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, that was really weird. Let's see if I can't refresh and see if that doesn't bring up something a little bit more accurate. Okay, there we go. Alright, yeah. So that was weird as hell. I don't know what that was about. But that happens. Discord, you heard the Discord sound, right? So Discord was like, yep, no, bye. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, the truck. So, get it? Nope. So it's going to get a head gasket regardless, and then it's just a matter of how deep I want to go with it. I know I need to check on the timing. The timing gear on those apparently was plastic. So, 260,000 miles, I'm fairly certain that timing gear is going to be destroyed. Or, close to. And then, probably won't do injectors. I don't think it's going to need injectors. I just hope the head's not cracked. That's my biggest concern. Because trying to find a head for it is going to be a nightmare. So I could do it on the cheap and just change out the head gasket. But if the head's cracked, I'm up a creek and I'm dropping $3,000 on a block. But it'll be a brand new block. Numbers won't match, but like I said, I'll keep the original block from it. And then if I got the original block, I can rebuild it at my leisure. But trying to find heads for those apparently is not so easy, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, well, I don't know. Getting it checked by the local Napa. I think they only charged me. I think they charged me $1,000 to have both heads on the vet inspected, milled, and ported. So I don't know. I might be able to get away with like $500, $600 for an inspection and a level, or an inspection and milling. Probably cost me like $500-600, which is at which point you're talking $700 to piece it back together for parts and then obviously fluids, but. Yeah, well, it's more like $2,000 more, but yeah. And then shipping. And shipping will kill me if I gotta have it shipped to me. Shipping will be probably twice as much as the engine, or thereabouts. So now you're looking at, $6,000, $7,000 engine just to have it shipped to you. By the time it's all said and done. Ships free to a Jasper dealer? Yeah, I'd have to take a look. Like I said, I was looking at the one they had on Jegs. Just kind of getting an idea as to what I'm up against and how much damage it's going to be. But if I really wanted to be cheap about it, I'd pull the head, drop a new gasket, fill it with oil, call it a day. I mean, the engine's a tank. You can't kill it. I mean, it still runs and drives. Like it's running and driving right now. It's just I don't want to destroy everything on the inside of it if I don't have to. I would like to avoid having to change out every component in it. Because like I said, I could probably do it on the cheap for parts I've already got on hand. Nope. So I got parts on hand to do the gasket. But I don't know. I'm still up in the air on it. Nicer weather's on its way. The vet is pretty close to being right. I had to change out the fuel filter on the vet, and then I got parasitic draw somewhere that I gotta find. So, but regardless, yeah. Nope. The intention is to drive the hell out of the car now that I've dumped, 5 years worth of work into it. Missed it. Yeah, that's kind of the goal. And then the truck is just basically my winter vehicle anyways, so I'll drive the car all summer and work on the truck and get it ready for winter. That's generally how it plays around these parts. We'll spend the winter months preparing for summer and figuring out your game plan for summer, and then you spend the summer months getting ready for winter. So years go by pretty quick around these parts. And yeah, if I can get one from Jasper, I'll take a look at that. And if it's cheaper. Because not having to rebuild it myself would be cool, but that's only if there's, extensive damage on the internals. I do got a little bit of a clitter clatter going on, but I'm not 100% certain what that is. It could just be the exhaust shield underneath it rattling, So until I actually, and by the time everything went to hell in a handbasket, it was too cold out. I'm not playing the let's fix it in a snowbank like you are right now. I avoid that these days, whenever possible, at least. So. So yeah, it's just one of those things on the to-do list that I'm not in the mood for. And eventually I will be. Once the nice weather breaks and I want to get out of the house and actually go and do things and fix things, then yeah, it'll get bumped up on the priority list. But right now, nah. I got league to worry about, and then the league wraps up about the time. So basically, the game plan is league is going to wrap up. When league finishes, it's going to be May, and hopefully we don't have snow on the ground. So come May, then I'll be able to dedicate all the time and effort that I want because it's going to be comfortable weather. 70s, low 70s, high 60s, which is good wrenching weather. 10 degrees, not good wrenching weather. It's not at all. It's miserable. I hate it. Everything's frozen together. All your nuts and bolts don't want to come loose. And there's not a whole lot of rust on the truck, which is nice, so I'm not fighting with that. But just the cold temperature alone, expands everything and makes it all to where it doesn't want to come off. And you're out there with cutting torches and heating everything up, and it's just a nightmare. And then you put a space heater on it or a turbo heater on it to try to heat the metal, so then you can work it and unbolt everything, and then you're ending up in a lake, and you're working in a lake. I've played that game before. So I try not to play that game anymore. I'm too old for that. I'm not old, but I'm too old for nonsense, that's for sure. When, a couple months from now, it'll be nice and dry and be able to do whatever I want in a t-shirt and, comfortably. Not dressed like the abominable snowman. 85 layers, unable to move. Not a fan of that, that's for sure. Wow. Imagine if this happened in a match, this would just devastate. brace haven't been on. I had a good break there for a minute. Yeah, there's, yeah. You can mitigate that. You can mitigate that with a mindset, you know? I mean, obviously there's some things that you can't avoid, but if you're able to plan around, you can mitigate pretty well. Oh, come on now. Nope, that's 6. Rattle, 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 rattle. It would have dropped on any other table. Alright, man, you drive safe out there. Watch out for all the idiots. So we're getting on the 2-hour mark. Normally about all I'm good for with constant solo table time. It'd be nice once the boss gets back, though. Once the boss gets back, it's gonna be fun. I'll set up my stream and everything here, and then actually have competition. And seeing as this is his home court that he's had for ever since this was his dad's pool table, I guess, but old table. But he's been playing on this one for forever, and he's a excellent shot. I think he's a 6. I think he's rated 6, but he's fun to play with. He's fun competition. And once we get and then once I get past this tournament and whatnot, he'll be back, and then I can figure out an actual stream schedule and then kind of go from there, which would be kind of cool, you know, being able to actually have a schedule and work it in and actually be able to shoot with him and other people. I mean, I could bring the whole team over and shoot with those guys, but yeah, sure, why not? Why wouldn't it? What's going on, ascertainment? What is good? Just sitting here clowning around for a bit, hitting some balls, thinking on everything but shooting pool, because you know, why pay attention to what you're doing? Oh, I'm all right. Yeah, I can't complain. Saturday morning, well, Saturday afternoon at this point. Good grief. Yeah, apparently I've been streaming a couple hours so far. But yeah, hanging out. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot more fun when I actually got some competition. It's gonna be a lot more fun when I actually get my my IRL rig set up and go out on the road with it. So yeah, it'll be better. It'll be more fun, and I can't wait for it because it's gonna be a good time. I gotta drop that volume a little bit just because it is loud in my ears. But yeah, it's the boss's house, the boss's pool table. Just had it refelted for him. Blah blah. It already needs new felt. Just refelted it 2 weeks ago. So, but yeah, I practice a little bit, warm up a little bit, hit the balls around a little bit, pretend like I know what I'm doing, get aggravated, get irritated, reset, do it again. So it's not bad, but I got a tournament coming up in 2 weeks, exactly to the day is 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, I need to be as prepared as I possibly can to play some of the best competition in the state of Michigan in 9-ball. And the way the 9-ball works for league isn't like the pro circuit where you just make the 9-ball. You actually get, like, every ball is a point. The 9-ball is worth 2 points. So it's a points race. And they do that for handicapping and all that good stuff. So it's going to be... Oh, it's going to be a thing. So yeah, somehow I managed to qualify. I'm top 67 in my district in the state. I don't know how, especially with something like that happening. But that's all right. I'm excited for it. I'm nervous for it. And it's definitely going to pull me completely out of my comfort zone, which is a good thing. You need to get out of your comfort zone every once in a while, you know. And this is definitely going to drag me out of mine. But on the upside of things, if I do manage to place, they're going to send me to Vegas. So whoever places gets sent to Vegas. And I believe it's one person from each skill level until you get up into the higher skill levels. And then I think they're sending 2 people from the higher skill levels. So it's going to be... It's going to be a good time, regardless. I'm going to enjoy it. The qualifier for this was a lot of fun. Granted, I knew most everybody that was there. Where I'm going, I'm not going to know anybody. I'm the one from this area that's going. So, at my skill level. So, I'm not really going to know anybody when I get there, which is going to be very different. I mean, I'm used to traveling solo and doing things on my own, but as far as the tournament goes, it's going to be different because I'm not going to know how these people play. You know, I don't know what their strengths or weaknesses. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know them like that. So everybody around here, I know where I can skimp out. I know that some people, they can't make this shot. It's too long of a shot. You know what I mean? So if I leave them that shot, they're not going to make it. You know, they hit it too soft. They don't have the eyesight. You know, there's all those nuances to the game that that you learn with playing people over and over and over again. But going down there, I'm not going to know any of them. See, I can't make that shot. Why? Because I don't take 30 seconds to line up and look at it. But it's definitely going to be an experience. It's going to be a fun time. I don't know if it's an all weekend event, but it's going to be fun. But I can make that, right? Yeah, no problem. So, I don't know. Getting ready for it, kind of relaxing. That's a foul. You got to hit the object ball there, clown. So yeah, it's getting ready. It's getting comfortable, as comfortable as I can. And then just making use of the table that I got at my disposal. So, you know, I've always been shooting pool my whole life. It's just kind of what I do, and I was half tempted just to leave the stream running, just because there's random times that I'll just walk past the table and just pick up my stick and shoot out a rack or two or three, you know, and hit them around a bit, you know. But I don't know what that would do for, like, viewer count and all that stuff, and I don't want people thinking that, oh, it's just, you know, we're just looking at a table that doesn't get used kind of thing, you know. Because trust me, I just refelted it 2 weeks ago, and I have used the living hell out of it so far. It's going to need new felt before the boss gets back from his vacation, so, which is kind of hilarious because I just refelted it. I said, check this out, man. Got your new felt on your table. And he says, oh, man, that looks awesome. And I'm like, yeah. And now I'm looking at it, and I'm like, man, it doesn't look as pretty as it did the day it was done. She got a little bit of wear on her. I swept off probably an inch of dust last night off of it. So yeah, it's kind of what I do. You know. And sit around and you know, chit chat and bullshit and whatnot. Shoot the shit, you know. Things that I would normally do at the bar on a bar box, you know. Things I would normally do when I'm playing League and whatnot. League is a lot of fun if you're playing against the right teams. Last week was funny. I was playing 9-ball with a guy. Great shot, just great shot. I lost to him by 1 ball, and he's a skill level above me. And so when I lost to him, I was like, oh man, you know, that sucks. But as we were playing, it was funny because he would make, you know, he'd get the break, and then he'd make, you know, the 2, the 3, you know, and then he'd run out a few, and then he'd leave, you know, the 8, then 9. I said, all right, well, I'll make the 8 and I'll make the 9. You know, and then I'd get the break, and then I'd break, and then either come up dry or I'd run out a couple, and then miss, and then, you know, he would have the table, and he would make a few, and then he would leave, you know, the 9-ball. I says to him, I says, man, you'd think you were allergic to breaking at this point, you know, as many times as you don't want to break, you know, because he'd make like 3 incredible shots back to back to back, you know, and then choke on the 9-ball, and it's like, hey, well, you just don't want to break. So, but there's some teams that are real anal and sticklers, and oh, there's rules, and that's not the rule, and this is blah blah blah, you know, and they would just want to get all irate and stupid, and it's like, come on, man, come on, Are we pros here? No. No, if we were pros, then maybe. But we're amateurs. We are not pros. We are a long, long way from being pros. Well, some of us are a long, long ways from being pros. Others are a little bit closer. Me, I am not closer. I am a long, long way from being a pro. Can I make the balls? Yeah. If I can see it, I can normally make it. If I actually, take the time to look at it. But yeah, that's all I do. Sit around, feel free to fire up a conversation on whatever. I'll sit here and bullshit with you. No problem. I enjoy it. Enjoy the company. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. I do appreciate it. Keeps me from sitting here talking to myself. I mean, deliberately talking to myself. If there's one thing I can't stand doing, is glancing over and knowing I'm talking to myself. It's like, yeah, well, I don't want to hear me talk unless it's a fun conversation, But just rambling on. That's what I'm doing right now. That ain't no fun. Nope. Too full. Too full. Yeah. Oh, did I die again? Yeah? Okay. Alright. Let me see what I can't do about this, because this is not cool anymore. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but about the 2-hour mark. About the 2-hour mark, everything on the stream wants to go sideways. There we go. Now it's better. So normally I only stream for about 2 hours, because other than that, things start going kind of crazy with OBS and whatnot. I don't know if it's OBS that's doing it or if it's something else that's doing it. I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. I ain't got the patience to try to debug it and figure it out. Robbed. But yeah, this is my boss's table. Tight pockets, deep pockets, brand new felt. They didn't replace the inside rubber pieces, but they will when I call them out in 6 months. Because those didn't get changed, and this one right here has got a big old lip on it. And they're pretty dead. Rubber got hard, and they never changed it. They just put the same garbage back on, which kind of pisses me off for the amount of money I paid them. So they'll be doing that again, but it's got a 1-year warranty on it. They did a great job other than that, I mean, it's absolutely night and day from what it was. Did a beautiful job on the rails aside from, the inside rubber pieces. I just don't think that they had any rubber with them that day, to be honest. I just got to make sure that I save the drops that they had so they can refelt them. Or use the felt that's on them, but I don't think they can reuse the felt that's on them without stretching it or overstretching it. So, but yeah, it's not bad. How's your weekend going? What you been doing? Anything fun? Anything excited? anything exciting planned? Saturday night adventures or anything? I'm still alive, right? Like it didn't die on me entirely? Yeah, it doesn't look too up. Yeah, it still looks like it's running. So I got the cameras up here, right? So here's the camera, and then here's the table, and then over there, by about 6 feet, is the PC setup. So. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, crack a beer or two and chill. The whole Twitch and chill. Nothing wrong with that. I do that quite often when I get the opportunity to. Yeah, we just kind of hang out. I was watching the snooker tournament this morning, and that was fun. And then that kind of sparked a bug to fire up stream and stand up and move my legs and start shooting again. And yesterday I took a break after I streamed yesterday, and then had some work to do and did the work, and then was thinking about streaming or going out, and then I didn't do either. I just sat around and chilled, watched other streamers and their streams, and just kind of hung out for a while yesterday. That was nice after the chaos, but yeah, it's not bad. Not the most exciting entertainment, but something I enjoy. I don't know if you shoot pool or not. You shoot pool? I know Mike was going on earlier. I've never seen him shoot pool, but he's apparently pretty good. No fear. No fear seems to be like he's a decent shot on a big table. But oh yeah, put some spin on it. Then it won't go at all. But it'll go with all that spin. That makes sense. So yeah, I don't know. I think Twitch should have a bigger billiards following. That's for sure. A lot of people play it. 8-ball, 9-ball. I mean, if you really want to clown around, 3-ball. 10-ball turned into a pretty big thing not too long ago. That was just a complete airball. Talking while I'm shooting always makes me miss. But yeah, so I think a lot of people play it. Not enough people get into it for whatever reason. I don't know why. Like even the local bar where they've got a pool table like front and center. A lot of people that'll sit there and watch, but nobody that'll actually jump up on the table and play with me, which is kind of aggravating because it's like, dude, you've been sitting there staring at me for the last 2 hours. Want to shoot a game? Like it's $1. You want me to pay for it? I mean, I'll give you $1. I'll give you 4 quarters. Hell, I'll probably even rack for you. let you have the break. I don't care, but yeah, it's weird. You know, they just a lot of people like watching it for whatever reason, but not a whole lot of people play anymore. It's weird. There is a few kids up there now that are trying to play, which is cool. I don't want to discourage them and just run them into the ground, but I feel like I could definitely make some shooters out of them, or at least recruit them for league, or just play. You know, just show up on the weekend and have somebody to shoot with. Maybe they know some more people that shoot. I don't know, but. Almost got the 6 too. Hit it. See? Trick shot. That's what they call that. And actually, the one fell before the cue ball did, and the cue ball was close into the pocket. See, that's a trick shot. I played with some friends of mine back in the day. They were some funny characters, you know, and make comments like that all the time. Oh yeah, that's a trick shot. Yeah, that's what I was going for. Like, no, I don't think you were, but I believe it because it's funny. Missed. Ah, missed. Yeah, I gotta figure out the color filters for the camera. I gotta figure out how to get the colors to actually show up to where you can actually tell that that's a 9 ball and this is a cue ball, and the cue ball's even got a bunch of dots on it, little red dots on it, so I'm not quite certain. I don't know if this filter or anything. Where are we at? Camera, filters. Take that off a second. Yeah, it doesn't help anything, does it? That ain't helping nothing. So yeah, there's got to be a way to figure out the color, but between the reds and the burgundies, so your 3, 7, 11, and 15 are really close, and then the 1, the 9, the cue ball, the 5, and the 13 are all real close in color. But trying to get it all so whereas you can actually tell that it's, oh yeah, that's wrong. So you can actually see what ball is which on the table is, it's turning into a trick, and I don't know how to do it in OBS. I can do it in Python, but you're talking a whole bunch of color filters and layer masks and everything else, so, which, you know, maybe. But it'd be really nice to be able to have better colors so that I can, that way when you're looking at it, you can say, okay, yep, here's this one, here's that one, here's this one, here's that one, kind of thing. It's like the 2, the 3, you know, 4, the 5, and, you know, that's kind of dark to light there. So 1, 5, 3, 7, you know, and then 9, and they all look about the same if you ask me. But it'd be nice to get it to where it's what I'm seeing here visually on that camera, which is hard to do, come to find out. It's kind of tricky. I didn't think it would be that It's complicated, but it kind of is. Bad. The brakes have been kind of different today. Every time that I break it, it's kind of giving me a different feel. Full disclosure on that, I was trying to make both of that, the one and the two at the same time, but I'll take the two. A hard bank on the one, cross side. Yeah, caught the edge. Caught the outside edge. Got a good shape on the 5 though. See if we can do it again. So this time again. There we go. That's more better. Push up with a 6. I like that. The long rail's been all kinds of wrong today. Yeah, the short rails do. Spot on. So yeah, my long rails are off today. I don't know what that's about. Short rails all day. Long rails, not so much. See what we can do this time, eh? Anything good? Not so great, not so bad. Cluster right here. It'd be nice if I could spread them out a bit more, but that brake the other day was working for kicking that 9 right in the corner, which was great, but it doesn't seem to be doing that anymore, so I might have to find a different spot to brake from. Of course, talking while I'm stroking is not helping make balls, but whatever. It's a lot like shooting a gun, you know. You want to breathe in, inhale, exhale, you know. Not hold your breath or be talking in the middle of it. That ain't helping nothing. That ain't helping nothing at all. I'm on the wrong side of the ball. Should have been up here. Should have put bottom on it. Get there. Get legs. Nope. Way too soft. I didn't want to be too far, but even hitting it that soft, I ended up all the way up here with cue ball. That's just fast. Hey, I missed. Foul. See if we can't clown around a little bit. Yeah. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the corner. Close. I'll do that too, you know. Just get things around, figure out the angles, figure out what's going where. I don't know how many times I've been saved by a bank shot. You know, you look at it and say, "Oh, it goes straight in," but then if you make the bank, you just get the nice layup for the following ball. So sometimes the bank shots are where it's at. Other times you'll get, you know, traffic. You get traffic in the middle of the table. You get traffic on the outside edges of the table, and you know, it's definitely an interesting game. I've never played the same one twice, that's for sure. That's a little better. See if I can make both of them. I don't know if I can get enough bottom on it. Nope. No, not nearly enough bottom on it. Now, the trick is how do I make that 3 in that pocket and get back down for the 4 all the way back here on the rail? That's a trick. Not bad. Not bad. Don't have much to look at with it, but at least I'm down here and I can see it. Good hit, but can you imagine walking to the table looking at that? Whew, that would hurt. But harder, that probably would have went. Rattle, 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 rattle. Ah, obstacle. traction. The aggravation kicks in and you miss the shot, and then the snowballing effect happens and you miss another one and another one and another one, and then you hit it at 90 mile an hour and it goes. Yeah, that works. Off by a diamond and a half. Good grief. I don't know. Curious. Alright. We're going to make this the last rack. I'll close this down in about 2. And that would have been a few hours of stream. 2.5? Yeah. Alright. Here's an example of one banking it cross-side to leave you a good spot on the 2, you know. If I would have hit it right, any kind of speed, it would have stopped the 2 or the Q over there. But that's alright. We can't loosen up a bit. Shoot a little less stiff. A little more from the hip. From the hip, a little less stiff, little less bland. Little less planned. Whoops, 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 whoops. A little more planned. I might actually left that where I needed it for the 6. Other English. Alrighty, y'all. Appreciate you hanging out. I'm gonna shut it down and find me some lunch and hit the bathroom and wash my hands. No, that hand is as blue as the table. It's pretty rough. So, alrighty, y'all. Thanks for hanging out and whatnot. I don't even know who's on. Going right mad, I guess. He's shooting golf, hanging out, not doing a whole lot, but he's fun. So let's go and say hi to him. Drop him a follow and chill over there. It's a nice lax stream. Shoots the golf. So, alrighty, y'all. We will see you later.